afternoon, Captains. My name is Femennenly, and today I am bringing you up... Wow. Couldn't even make it through a minute. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Femennenly, and today I am bringing you Update 8.0, The Rundown, telling you everything that's happening in this patch so that you don't have to read the patch notes. I hope everyone is doing good today. It's great to see you guys all out there. We're finally here, guys. It is Year of the CV. 8.0 marks the release of the highly anticipated, much waited for, and insert another objective here, CV rework, which sees CVs moving from an RTS style to a more action-based first-player style. It is the major beat of this event, but as you can tell by this lovely port I'm in that is freshly decorated, it is also the start of our Lunar New Year events as well. We'll go into those a little bit later, but how about we get straight into the meat and potatoes of this patch, which is the CV reworks. Yeah? A little bit? Okay, so for those who have not heard the details of the rework, don't quite know where you've been, but all of the odd tier carriers had been removed, and now there is only tier 4, tier 6, tier 8, and tier 10 carriers. For the two premium carriers that used to be at tier 7, that is the Saipan and the Kaga, those have now also moved to tier 8 and have been adjusted very slightly. There is a bunch of new modules and upgrades for carriers, as well as a change in some of the skills for CVs. There's kind of too many to go through straight away, so what I will do is I'll drop a link in chat for you guys here right now that can show you exactly what's happening and give you kind of the rundown details of it. So let's get straight into a CV game. I'm going to take out the Japanese tier 4 of the Hosho. Most players are either going to be starting with the Hosho or starting with the Langley. That is your two options at this stage. As you guys saw recently on the development blog, the British carriers are currently in development, so hopefully they'll be joining the game soon too. Of course, glad to hear you got those Twitch crates. Did Graf Zepp make it back in? Yes, the Graf Zeppelin is in game. However, all premium CVs, if you're a ship collector or just interested in the premium CVs will not be returning into the game to purchase for new players until after 8.2. We want to try and lessen the impact on kind of the game as it is and just focus on getting the CV implemented correctly before we add even more CVs into it. Hey, Mr. Notster, thank you for that raid. Welcome. Now, CV gameplay has changed significantly. There's kind of no getting around it, no kind of like easing it in with words. It has changed significantly. And if you're not really feeling it at the moment or you're not happy with it, you do have the option to refund all of your CVs for either their credit and free XP value or their debt balloon value if they are premiums. So you've got a bit of flexibility there in case you're not feeling the new system, or even if you just want to start from the very beginning and grind up the line again, which is something I'm planning to do. Any updates on subs? Nope. We've never confirmed that submarines are coming to the game, so, you know. Yeah. Now, the only thing you'll find is whenever we've released a brand new line of ships or changed a line of ships, such as splitting a line or anything like that, the particular class in question has a tendency to, you know, have inflated queue time. So unfortunately, we'll probably be waiting majority of the time, at least in the lower tiers where a lot of people are playing. I want to cash in my destroyers. Well, DDs haven't changed that much, but while the CVs were the class to be impacted by the major rework this particular patch, we have implemented a 1 week worth of free retraining and respecking of all commanders in-game for all ships. So now's the time if you've been wanting to experiment with some new builds or you're interested in tweaking some of your AA builds, now's the time to do it, as you will be able to retrain and reset all commanders from all ships and all nations until your heart is content for 1 week only. Let's proceed. Is Fem going to play a kid to show off the new AA mechanics? I will be playing some cruisers a little bit later in the stream to show you the flip side of the equation as well. One thing we would like to note, and it has been something we've been very open with since the very start of developing and introducing the CV rework publicly, is that some balancing will occur from this point onwards. That is, you will likely see some changes and adjustments in AA mechanics or even plain mechanics still as we progress into this next few weeks of the rework of being live. It's one of those things that unfortunately not everything can be tested on the PTS. So we're going to quickly have a quick look at how you're going to how you can control your brand new CVs. So it's pretty simple. You've got the option to select through your various squadrons using 1, 2, or 3. You take them off by double-clicking that key. Landing, you hit F. Pretty standard as before. Attacking, you click, and then click again when you want the armament to drop. And last but not least, if you're wanting to move your ship, you can go into the M for the tactical overlay and move it by left-clicking around on the map. But we finally got ourselves a game. We are looking at a 2CV game, so let's get into battle straight away. Are we going to add more plane maneuvers to WoW's Blitz? We do not work on the development of WoW's Blitz here at the NA Publishing Office, so I don't know. So this is your tactical map overview. This is going to be the brand new way that you control your CVs. You can set your waypoints by left-clicking. We'll go back into that. By left-clicking around. If you want to set multiple waypoints, you can hold down the shift button and click around as well. It should be noticed if you click behind you, your CV will reverse. One tip I have for new CV captains out there is make sure you've consistently got your ship moving, even if it's just simply driving around in a circle. Okay, let's look at our first armament, and that is going to be our rockets. I double tap the one to take them off, and they immediately take off in this plain first person mode. I'm controlling them with my WASD keys, moving them around. Now you guys see that faded gray circle on the ocean out in front of me? That is your location of which your bombs will drop if you first click. So you can click and they'll move in closer and condense down, and then you can attack with them. So let's get in and let's get some attacks going to begin with. Let's go in. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with this we'll go with the Wyoming at 9. This guy straight ahead of me. So, lining up, what we're going to do is we're gonna try and get our gray circle over where we think he's going to be as he gets led. We're not gonna worry about AA too much or talking about AA at this point just because it's not as prevalent. Okay, so I think he's going to be about there by the time my planes come in. They zoom in, and then I click again and launch my rockets. Rockets are good because they can knock off modules, knock off anti-air, as well as setting fires. So, one thing about the new attacking planes is you can do multiple attack runs with each one. So I've just turned my planes around, I'm clicking again, my planes are going inwards, and when I think I'm good, I click again. With the rockets, you really want to try and aim for the superstructure of the ships, as that's what you'll get on fire. Unfortunately, my planes did die, so I hit F to return to the carrier, and then I can take off my next armament. Let's take off torpedoes this time. And we'll go find another target to attack. So just the same, I double click the 2 key, and it takes them off, and now I can control them with my WASD keys. So holding down W to go faster, you'll see that this bar on the side here depletes. That is kind of like your engine overclocking, as you will. If you were. Once it goes all the way down, you have to wait until your engines cool down before you can go at full speed again. So, as you can see, my planes are now slowing down, and that green bar is now replenishing. Okay, so what are we going to attack? I think this Orion over here is looking pretty good, because he's going to be turning away from me. So we're going to speed up. We're going to turn towards him, and we're going to start our attack button by first clicking in. So it's going to stay yellow until the planes are ready to drop. And then you've got that bar on the right-hand side, which shows how long you have to click and let go of the armament. And now we have 2 more attacks. So we're going to go ahead and swing around, guys. I will mention it's going to be a little bit hard for me to pay attention to the chat as I'm playing at the moment, so you just have to be a little bit patient with me. So unfortunately, I did not do the best aim that time, so we're going to go in with round 2 and try and get another attack off here. I did get the attack off, but unfortunately, those planes did go down. Let's look at our third armament type, and this is going to be your dive bombers. For the Japanese, you have AP dive bombers. For the Americans, you have HE dive bombers. Let's proceed. So this patch has been released on both NA and Russia at the moment. It will be deployed on the Asia server and the European server overnight tonight. Okay, so 6 planes. You can check out what your plane health and how many planes you have left on this health bar at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to line up for this Kaiser and do a special drop. Now, the dive bombs do drop a little bit different from the torpedoes, and you'll see that as we move in. Given the drop pattern being that oval shape, I want to try and get it either coming in from in front of the ship or behind. So here we go, we're lined up. We're going to click. They fly up, and then they dive in. The longer I can hold it, the tighter the reticle will get until it gets to its maximum, its smallest amount. So we're gonna turn back around and attack again. A lot of these squadrons are going to have 3 separate attack runs, each using 2 planes each, except for the torpedoes, which you saw at this stage and at this tier were only one torpedo each. That's what really distinguishes and differentiates the tiers from one another. Oh, there we go. Is the fact of how many planes are per a squadron and how many drops you get per a flight of planes, if you will. Fortunately, this plane is about to go down, and I go back to my carrier again. Oh no, that's definitely not good. I did not see those 2 destroyers drive straight through the center. Well, I mean, this could be a very quick game. That's one thing you have to be extremely careful with these low tiers, is those destroyers can easily catch up to you and kill you very quickly. I didn't realize my team had no defense around the middle. But if your ship goes down and you still have planes up, you are able to control those planes up until the point that they either get shot down or they have to return to base via the counter beneath. So we'll just use these ones up, and then we'll go jump into a tier 6 and answer a few of you guys' questions. Unfortunately, I really just didn't see them drive through the middle there. I thought we had some plane defense on that, but apparently we did not. Great way to start the game, right? So now that I've used all of those planes and my ship is dead, that is unfortunately dead. So I can now exit the game. But that's okay. That was just that was a quick show-off run. Can I show planes and full AA ships, aka can I make a killing Atlanta? Yes. Remember guys, one thing to consider is I've only got maybe 10 games under my belt playing this. I was playing it a lot today, but it is going to take some time for skills to be relearned. You know, no one was the best at any ship the first time they played it. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Ranger. The Ranger is the new tier 6 American. Replaces the Independence. Again, still going to have the same control modules, but it does have the HE bombs instead of the AP. We're also seeing now that we've got this second consumable on each of our planes. What this does is it drops off a little fighter to patrol an area for you and help your allies out. So let's get straight into battle. Does that include if we buy them now, for example, to complete some of the high tier missions? The very first refund you will get. I'm not in co-op. They're gonna have trigger so many players. They need to make it so a CF can only make another attack run until it makes it. I don't understand that. Johnny B, that would put way too much strain on the matchmaker. The idea of making it so that some games do not have CVs, it would put way too much strain on the matchmaker, and it would just be a bad idea. What happened? I now have 3 to 8 carriers. It seems like you probably had a premium CV that now got moved. So, the F button, a few of you guys have been talking about it in chat, and I'll fill it in for those who have not heard about it. The F button can be used at any stage of your flight, not just for returning to the carrier when you've depleted your flight. If, for say, you go into a situation and you know, it's a bit hairy, or you lose all your planes, or you just have one plane left, you can hit that F button to return straight to your carrier and take out your next squadron while that original squadron flies back to your CV. It's a great way to cycle through planes, and it's also a great way to save some of your planes in case you do end up in a hairy situation. Yeah, F is the mechanic to bail out of defensive fire. Kind of, yeah. But it's one of those things, you know, given that pretty much every CV player is going back to starting brand new, having, you know, skills are going to be minimal to begin with as players, you know, learn and adapt into the new CVs. I know for me, like my first few games this morning sitting at the office, I was horrible, but towards the end I was starting to get a bit better and better. So 8.0 is out on North America and Russia. It is being released on Europe and Asia overnight. I got the Independence. The Independence is no longer in a game, so I'm not quite sure how you have that. Okay. So yes, one thing that I'm going to address. I'm going to address right now is there was a lot of questions and concerns over the bloom mechanic that was, or the bloom bug that was identified yesterday by development staff and how that would impact the game. Sub-Octavian has released a further PSA about it. If you'd like to read that, I'm going to drop the link to it on the NA forums for you guys to review. Hey, Alex, good to see you. Good to see you. Remove, like you're on Independence, do you have to start all over the line or do you get pushed back? If you had the Independence, you would have received the Ranger in your port in replacement of it. If you want to look exactly how the compensation is working, there is a link that I've just dropped in chat for you guys to review as well. Henry's dad, the gunbloom bug, that was identified late. And it was too late to get the fix into patch 8.0. It will be addressed in future and then added back as a feature in the build at a later point. So as you can see, what are those black flak clouds? Those are the mid-range and high-range, long-range anti-air attack. And if you fly your planes into them, you do suffer significant damages. So I purposely did that to show you guys what it was. So how do you avoid them? Well, the easiest way to avoid those flak clouds is by varying your speed and serpentining a little bit, because you don't want to fly through them as they're exploding. They're only safe kind of after the explosion has occurred. And otherwise, you're going to take massive damages with your planes, as I just did with my rockets to kind of demonstrate. Odd tier CVs will make your appearance at a later date. Odd tier CVs are going to be addressed and kind of adjusted to fit into the even tiers. The reason we did decide to remove odd tiers from the game in their entirety is because there wasn't enough distinction between the tiers otherwise, as in like a tier 7 play pretty similar to a tier 6, and you know, making a good distinction between tiers is kind of important. Okay, let's try this again. You can see there. I'm gonna do this because I can probably determine where their Akazuki is in smoke. I'm gonna go for about there. So once you make a drop, you have this counter on this side of your bar again, which will indicate when you are able to drop. Once more, trying to avoid those flat clouds didn't work for me. I go straight back to my carrier. So one thing that a lot of players were concerned about was the quote-unquote unlimited amount of planes that you get on your ship. The thing about it is your planes down here on this indicator take time to reload. So for example, if I tried to take out my torpedo bombers again, I would not have my full squadron of 6. I would have only had, you know, 3 or 4 of them. So let's talk a little bit about the consumables of the planes. We have a little fighter, patrol fighter, that can interrupt. We're going to drop that here. That can interrupt enemy aircraft, as you can see. It's going to attack his torpedoes as they drive by. We also have the R button, and what the R button does is it cools down your engines so that you can use them again if you want to keep up your speed. And that can help, obviously, with maneuverability. So, as you can see, my green bar on the right-hand side is going all the... actually, I'm going to save that. Okay, we have our 6 rockets back, so we'll take those off. And continue to proceed. So now, as you see, if this squadron was to get completely wiped, I would... if I tried to take them off again, I'd only be taking off, well, in a few seconds, 1 plane. So that's kind of where the, you know, it's unlimited, but it's not unlimited. Yes, if you have premium CVs that you are refunding, you will get the full amount in doubloons back. That is correct. So since we don't really have any of the team working this side of the map, that's why I'm trying to work it as much as possible. It's just proving a little bit difficult. So back to those black flag clouds. Essentially, by alternating your course or speeding down and slowing up, you can avoid taking the majority of the damage from them. There we go. Rockets into the hipper. Only 2 penetrations. Wasn't the best. We're going to spin back. No, we're going to just take it straight back. And we'll take out our torpedoes again. I'm going to try and get down in here because that's predominantly where my team are. Again, we're going to continue to fight this side of the map just because majority of my team is the other side of the map and the Atlanta and the Flint are on the 4 lines. So we kind of want to avoid that. If Fem's getting fried, you know the AA's pretty good. Yeah, there is substantial anti-air that you have to just kind of find the way to play around. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, I've only played a little bit of this thus far. So it's going to take me a little bit too to kind of work out my skills again and get good, as it were. So that's one thing to remember is don't be too mad at your CV players if you see them struggling because, you know, it's a brand new control system and brand new mechanics we have to work out and play around. So right now I'm trying to judge the way this hipper was turning. Originally I thought he was going to come down here, so I needed to be on the other side of him. This time, you know, he's actually turned out. So I click, planes fly in, and now I've got 14 seconds to drop them. If I stop moving, my aim reticle will become narrower. However, if I start moving the planes again, it will go wide again. That yellow section is the section in which the planes will not have enough time to rearm. So you have to be a little bit cautious of that when you're making your drops to make sure that you are actually leaving yourself enough room to drop. Ooh, not good. Unfortunately, way too much anti-air there. You'll find, given that we are on a new patch that is very CV focused, a lot of people will be speccing anti-air because, you know, they expect to see the CVs out and about. Kind of expected. How do I convert your sideman? You should be able to left-click sell. Okay, let's see if we can find something else to attack. Because that hipper has a lot of anti-air and we're just not being able to really get the damage through on him. Here we go. Now, yes, guys, I'm not silly. I know the Flint has a lot of anti-air. But we're going to show you what the flat clouds look like when you go... Oh, he just disappeared. Gosh darn it. Okay, we'll go around him. We'll go to the Richelieu. I really wanted to show you what the flat clouds look like when defensive fire is in use, but can't quite do that now. So avoid the clouds. Again, by kind of serpentining, maneuvering around, adjusting our speeds, we can avoid kind of eating the big damage from them. Here we go. As you can see, like, my oval is kind of the wrong way around, but that's what happens when you come into the side. You really want to consider that when you're attacking, like what angle is most optimal for you to attack from. Okay, so we'll swing back around. And get ready for another run. See, now I'm coming in from behind. My aiming circle is, or my oval is a lot more kind of, well, that didn't work. Okay, so as you can see here, I've blown through a lot of my planes very, very quickly, and I actually don't have any that I have a full squadron on. So what do I do? Well, I can still take them off, but I'm going to be taking them off without a full squadron. So I think my torpedoes are the closest to be completely filled, so I'm going to have to kind of go with that. I'm also going to drop off another plane as these fighters come in to help protect myself again with. And unfortunately, I think they're going to be able to kill that Richelieu before I get too close into him, so we're gonna have to kind of go back towards the Akazuki, North Carolina. Is there nothing special about the premium CVs? The premium CVs definitely do have special traits to them, if you will. You can take a look on the exact details on this thing. You really need to research before telling people how to do stuff. I've been playing this all day and I've read a lot of information about it. So I do know what I'm talking about, thanks. Okay, going back in. Fortunately, you know, that sweet tier 8 anti-air dough. Okay, we're gonna proceed going forward again. Now we do have a full load of bombers, so let's take those out again. And we swing back around. Shows how to spec the new carrier captains. I'm completely lost. I'm still playing with my specs on the commanders, so I'm not really in a comfortable position where I'd advise people how to spec them. There is a cool build that you can do on your Hakudu, which will leave your torpedoes pretty much. You can stealth torpedo, but standard carrier builds, I haven't determined what my preference is for those yet. Okay, so as you can see, despite the amount of flat clouds we've been driving around and through, since we've been alternating kind of and not being super predictable in our movement, we've for the most part been able to avoid them and take minimal damage on our planes. RNG says no to me. Okay. You can actually slow your planes down by holding the S key to get a tighter turn, which can help if you're trying to run multiple attacks on the same target and you need to turn your planes around kind of quickly-ish. There we go, that's a bit better. One more. Again, we're gonna hold down the slow down. You'll see my speed is dropping. Oh, they just killed him. Never mind. Okay, well, we got the Anshan over here, so let's go find him. I am a tier 6 in a tier, well, mostly tier 8 game, so it's not super unexpected that I am getting a little bit ouch in terms of my anti-air getting absolutely, well, my plane's getting. Can I comment on what keys I'm pressing as I do it? Yes. So, unfortunately, again, tier 6, I didn't come last. Made low tier unplayable. Why would you choose CVs at low tier when most ships don't have anti-air? Because it's the planes from the low tier ones that don't actually do that much damage. Speaking of, I don't think we won the host show one. Oh, we did win the host show one. So as I mentioned before, all of our premium carriers have moved to tier 8. You'll see the Graf Zeppelin, the Kaga. I don't have captains on my Saipan or my Enterprise at the moment, but they're in there too. So, let's go let's look at the high end of things. Let's take a quick peek at the midway, and we'll then we'll use kamikaze. No, we're talking Rework today, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just helping you guys understand how to play and what we're doing. Yes, Pat and Andrew. I will show you guys how to sell them if you do not want them. Is it safe to assume their stats are tracked separately also? Yes, Spiky B. If you were to look in your profile on the game, you'll see that the old CV stats are marked in brackets as old. So that your new play with these new CVs are not, will not be impacting your old statistics. What are the main differences between US and Japanese carriers? The main difference is your American carriers will have the HE bombs. Japanese carriers will have the AP bombs. Japanese torpedoes are faster. But the American can drop more torpedoes at once, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long day. Can we buy the Graf Zeppelin in the near future? All the premium CVs will be available at earliest from patch 8.2, so still a little bit of time. Use the dive bombers first? Okay. So I've selected my dive bombers using 3, and then I can launch them by double tapping it again. Only 4 CVs per nation, that is correct. But we may have alternative lines that will see the odd tier CVs be re-implemented as now even tiers in the future. Okay, so these are American AP bombers. That's going to do, sorry, HE bombers. They're going to do fire damage. So let's get progressing forward. I will say at the moment, probably the hardest tiers playing CVs is going to be your 5 and your 8. Just where AA is at, it's a little rough. Tier 10 isn't not too bad. I've already had a 150k damage game at tier 10, which was pretty fun. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing is there's a lot of anti-air out and about that you have to kind of negotiate around at the moment. It's just kind of one of those things, unfortunately. It happens every time we release a new ship line or tweak a ship line, is that usually that ship line gets played pretty heavily the first week or so. Okay, so holding my WS keys to serpentine a bit to avoid the flak clouds and large amounts of damage. Okay, we're lined up. We click. That was our mouse button, left click. The Moskva gets lined up. We kind of are just using our WASD keys to target, to line those up a little bit, and then we drop. Holding our S key to turn tighter, speed up as we get through the turn. Again, we're still trying to serpentine and kind of make it a bit rougher for the flat clouds to hit us. We're going to struggle a little bit as we come back over the Moskva. Click again. You want to kind of lead a little bit because, of course, that ship is going to keep moving as you fly in. We had to drop because we were pretty low on health on those planes, and F to go straight back to the carrier. So we did 20k there, 2 hits off the Moskva. Pretty good start on that. I thought the British carriers were going to come in this update. No, we made no mention of British carriers coming. Okay, so that was a pretty good start, and as you can tell, since we are still ticking damage, that Moskva is still on fire, which is good for us. We're going to keep going over and try and keep bullying him, try and set some more fires with our rockets as well. Don't use the keys for moving. So the keys will allow you to do very slight adjustments in moving as well. It kind of comes down to preference as to what you like. You can use the mouse, or you can use the keys for very slight adjustments, depending on what you feel comfortable with. I've been using the keys all day, so that's kind of what I'm sticking with, because it's what I got used to doing. So I click, plane goes in. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to let the aim narrow down and get the most use out of my planes, but we're gonna, because I clicked it a little bit late. So slow down, turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit low. And we'll go back in. Again, serpentining to avoid this flak. Oops, kind of drove into the edge of it there. Now, we're going to leave that straight away because they were about to deplete, and we'll take out our next armament. Itchy wrist. The arcade for engine boost without the risk of engine damage, correct. Will you still be a CV main fam? Yeah, it's gonna take me some time to get good. Like I'm no way trying to say, oh yeah, no, I'm still #1 carrier. I know it's gonna take me a little while to get good at playing CVs again. So I'm very accepting of that point, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. So we can kind of judge that the Kurfürst is kind of targeting that way. So we still want to kind of aim and lead our planes appropriately to try and get the most on them. So we click, our planes fly down. So with the midway, you'll get 3 sets of 2 pretty much. I'm going to have to drop mine early because I'm not going to be able to get them tucked in again. So at this tier, at tier 8 and above, you also get on some of your planes this additional consumable. And what this will do is if you trigger it, it will actually heal up your planes a little bit as you fly around. I'm going to drop off a plane here because we can see those torpedo planes moving to intercept. Moving across this zone. I'm going to turn around and we're going to go back towards that Moskva again. Wait till we get a little bit closer. Okay, we are left clicking to start the attack run. We're going to try not to move too much. Oh, unfortunately that didn't work too great. He does have a lot of anti-air, that Moskva. Okay, so looking at our squadrons, well, we only have a full set of rockets or a full set of dive bombers. We're going to take the rockets out and see if we can take some of that anti-air off that Moskva. Also, looking at the mini-map, we can see we had a lot of people down here. What we're going to do is we're going to start traversing over the back of the map. Because the last thing you want to do is kind of get yourself kind of caught out, if you will. Yes, that is the case. You can, for your very first refund, you'll get the, actually, maybe not. No, I think it's only for if you already had them. Okay, there we go. Took out a bit there. Tight turn back. Clicked again. And attacking it once again. Trying to line up the cross on the drop pattern with the arm of the ship. We're going to hit our speed boost. With these consumables, that's all you get for the duration of the game. Oh, that Moskva's going to go out. We'll go for the Kurfürst instead. That's all you get for the duration of the game. They do not replenish when they go back to your CV, so you have to be pretty picky when you choose to use them. There we go. And now my dive bombers are ready, so we take them off again. Our team is, so far we're 3-2. So, previously in CVs, you know, it was pretty easy to rack up 100k damage plus within the first few minutes of the game. We've definitely curved that, and as you can see, based on kind of how the attacks proceed, it's not going to be easy by any means to, like, Dev Strike a Destroyer out nowadays. Okay, let's keep going. Remember guys, if you have feedback on this patch or anything to do with the CVs, make sure you include it on your local forum in the update feedback sections. There's one for each forum pretty much, because that's something that the developers are definitely interested in hearing. I'm gonna kill steal this, I realized. Whoops. And I clicked anyway. Okay, we'll go over towards this Torpedoes. So what I could have done there instead of clicking the second time is I could have actually just let my planes go down and then just we're gonna try for the Shimakaze. If you don't click to instigate the attack on the right-hand bar, they'll simply fly back out without using the armament, as you just saw there, for example. Okay, let's tight turn around. Again, guys, I've only been playing this a little bit today, so my skills are definitely not tip-top as great as they can be. Give me another week or two and I'll get there. There we go, good little fire there. And we can, actually, I think I'm just gonna send those back, head back to my carrier, and take out my torpedo bombers as well. You do have that option to send them back early, and what that will mean is that they'll actually boost, they'll get re-added back onto how much you've got left on your deck. So it can be a good way if you can't use the planes anyway, just to send them back, because it will save you replenishment time. How come I can put a premium fire extinguisher? Because we do not have that implemented, Axel. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's take a look at what this Hindenburg's doing. He's kind of... looks like he is trying to judge which way he's going to turn, because I thought he would be turning this way. We'll turn back over here. Ah, yeah, he just turned in. It's okay. We'll get these off and proceed as we go. We're just going to drop them there. Might hit the front too as he turns, but that's okay. Tight turn around again. We'll try and do kind of like the new version of the cross drop, as it were. Drop those ones off. And we'll do one more quick turn around. Actually, no, I just want to send those back. And then we'll take off these again. Ooh, I just noticed we do have an enemy Hindenburg kind of fighting in A with our Worcester, so we don't want to be driving too close into that just yet, because that will cause us problems. I'm going to try and get my fighters dropped off here to help protect my Kurfürst a little bit. And we'll proceed forward again. I'll hear this music all night when I dream. I can't actually hear the in-game music, luckily. We have it set so I don't have to hear it. Okay, so unfortunately our team is not doing too crash hot right now. But we'll see if we can recover this back a little bit. Fortunately, we're all just kind of getting pushed to the back of the map. There we go, nice 4K, 11 rockets. Most of them hit there. Alright, tight cornering around. Ooh, kind of clicked a little too soon there, as you could tell with those dropping. Let's go over here. It's Des Moines' lower health. I'm going to use my speed boost so I can get my planes in there. Line it up. Good hit. Four hits plus, well, all 12 rockets hit. It was just the 2 pens that didn't quite work in my favor. I'm in for another run. So it's kind of cool the way you can do multiple runs on the same ship and just kind of keep going at them over and over again. Okay, so that Des Moines is low. He did get him on fire, however, he just repaired that. Looks like that Hindenburg is going to be able to get killed by the Worcester, so we're not too worried about that. We can actually... oh, but there's gearing over there too. We'll go like that. We're going to try and help take out some of these boats. Since we do not have the AP bombers, it's actually not too bad trying to drop on destroyers. With the AP bombers on the Japanese, you really do... they don't work great against destroyers. Neither does doing that. Okay. It's just 2 CVs well, versus the world pretty much. Okay. So we're going to want to take out our rockets, because our rockets are probably the most effective against killing destroyers for us. Okay, we're going to send that back straight away, and we're going to go straight for the rockets, as they are going to be more effective for us in terms of killing. Then, since we do need a cap, I'm going to turn back about face, pretty much. I'm going to ask for help in killing this from my friendly CV here. It's 2K off, and we knocked out his one set of his torpedoes. Oh, didn't quite get that one right. There we go, that was a bit better. Oh, and there we go down, unfortunately. Yeah, attacking DDs like really close up, it's not very easy. If a DD gets in close range of you, unless you're in a secondary spec CV, you're gonna really struggle taking them down. So, like I said, guys, still very much in a learning progress at the moment. Doesn't disturb the spread as much. I've been doing both. Best torpedo bomber. Nice stream. Thank you, Mikey Power. Okay. A few of you guys have asked about selling your CVs if you're not quite there with them. What you can do is you can go into your inventory like this. So you click your name, head down to inventory. What you can then do is aircraft carriers. You can go to the aircraft carriers section and you have the option to sell them in here if you want to. For example, you can see I've got my premium ones. I've got that you can sell back, and also it will give you the doubloon value back if you have the permanent skins for them. So that's kind of how you can do it. One thing that should be noticed, as you can see, all of my tech tree ones minus my tier 10 ones are blurred out. You have to go downwards. So you have to sell your tier 10, then your tier 8, then your tier 6, and then your tier 7. Then your tier 4. You can't like pick and choose which ones. You can't keep just the top one. So that's how you go about it, guys, if you're looking to sell and get rid of your CVs for the time being, or if you want to like trade them in or regrind the lines. When do the premium CVs go on sale again? Premium CVs will be available from, at earliest, 8.2. How is the Captain respec working? At the moment, we put 100% discount on all of the Captain respecs and retrainings. You can use it as many times as you want, and it is going to be active for a week. All you have to do is go where you'd normally either pick doubloons or Commander Premium XP. All you have to do is go there and you'll see that the balloon value is completely zero, so you can reset it for free. Is 8.0 up? 8.0 is on NA and EU at the moment. Okay, so we're taking out the Graf Zeppelin. Now, the Graf Zeppelin still keeps its AP dive bombers, which have a very tight circle radius. We also have heavy secondaries on this ship too. What happened? I haven't actually played the cargo, so I don't know. Yes, you can also unmount upgrades if you have them too. When is 8.2? I mean, if January is 8.0 and February is 8.1. Yes. EU and Asia will be patched overnight. I don't quite know exactly what time their patches start because unfortunately I don't live in those regions. Okay, so we're starting with our rockets. The rockets on the Graf Zeppelin also feature the oval pattern instead of the more circular pattern that you saw on the Midway, the Ranger, and the Hosho. So coming in from either the front or the back with these ones is the preferred angle. Twitch drops here? Yes, we are the official World of Warships channel with the World of Warships staff, so yes, we do have Twitch drops enabled here. Okay, so this is actually probably one of the least AA games I've seen all day. All of my games otherwise have been pretty AA dominant, so let's see if we can have some fun this game. Little DD. So the rockets are pretty good against destroyers, so we're going to go straight for the black here, because I think that's kind of a good use of our time. Unless we miss. Okay, let's go for the Kronstadt. There we go, 3 on that. And we'll go straight back to base there. Okay, the Graf Zeppelin was known for its AP bombers, so let's show you guys what they can do. We are gonna kind of move up in here. We're gonna try and see if this position will still work as a CV under the new iteration. What is in the lunar containers? Ooh, do you guys want to talk lunar containers? We will go ahead and take a peek at them after we finish this game, because that's something brand new that has come to the game that not many people have noticed. So you guys know that we released a brand new premium ship this patch that is available in the arsenal. No, it's not the Alaska. Before anyone asks about the Alaska is not being released during 8.1. So you guys will just have to keep an eye on the horizon for her. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the Iowa here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got that circular drop pattern, which means we can come in from pretty much any angle with them. Actually, let's go for the Boise. Here we go. Click. As you see, the lower they go, the tighter the drop circle goes, and we'll drop them off right there and miss completely, apparently. That has been my luck today. I have a really good habit of missing. And you know what? I'm gonna just take those straight back. On the Graf Zeppelin, since your AP dive bombers are your main armament, they kind of take a while to repair. So we sent them straight back to the carrier, and they'll slowly make their way back. Well, the Aryan is to do with the Lunar New Year, so it's kind of, you know, okay for us to release a lunar ship for Lunar New Year sort of thing. Kind of matches the theming, right? Okay. So one thing that is very, very important to do when playing the new CVs is using islands for cover and to break line of sight on anti-air. It's a very good tactic you can use to try and help preserve the life of your planes. We're gonna go for the Cleveland, who is now turning out. So Titan and click. Here we go in 3 torpedoes. As soon as they got all the way narrow, I drop them. And we're gonna spin back around and drop again on him. Because now that we've forced him to go one way, and we still get 3 drops of 3 with the Graf Zeppelin. Actually, we're just going to return those. Changed my mind. And we'll go back to the rockets. And how is this gameplay not broken? Because it's actually really hard to hit stuff. It's not by any means easy to hit stuff and fly with things. Okay. So this black is very much threatening us here. Although we had that destroyer who was helping, now that that destroyer's gone, we need a little bit of safety from him. So we're going to probably focus our rocket attacks on him right now. Yes, we do have secondaries because we are... Oh, that was not good. Ignore that one, guys. Don't even ask about that one. Okay. He's kind of using that smoke to his advantage now. As expected. But we can still see where he's firing. Which is right in there. Not quite. Okay, I'm just going to reset that and take something else out instead. Since he's going to sit in that smoke and fire, let's take out our torpedo planes and see if we can flush him out instead. Because he can't see this within his smoke cloud. Slow and turn. And click. Let's see how we go with that. Looks good, looks good. I think we're gonna get him there. Nice. And then we'll get our next drop on this Massachusetts. Oh, not a good one. We're gonna allow the timer to click down here, just because I'm really not in a good position to use these planes anyway. If I don't use them, I don't lose them. They just go back up, and I can make that attack run again. As you can see, I'm gonna hit my Y to reheal my planes off. Get them a little bit extra health. And we're going to swing back around and come on the Colorado. There we go. Much better. Still have one more. We're going to go ahead and drop the Cleveland now. Since it is kind of like a run-on attack here, we kind of got the opportunity to do it. I think we just about got that off. We did miss the Colorado, unfortunately. And we can... Let's take off rockets again. Oh, there we go. We did actually get that torpedo on the Cleveland at least, which is good. One thing that's kind of nice is now that the CVs don't have the ability to, you know, nuke out ships one after the other, is that the games are actually, you know, not not kind of swaying one way or another as quickly as what they did pre 8.0, which is kind of nice for a change. Okay. The better you lead these, the more tighter your drop pattern will be, and obviously that is beneficial. We're just going to take this straight back. And let's take out the dive bombers again. It looks pretty awesome. Good job. Thank you. It definitely, guys, I'm not gonna try and pretend that, you know, oh, I just picked this up and I was amazing at it straight away. It is going to be a learning process for all of us, getting used to the new controls, getting used to the new how to aim, how to make the aims, how to make it drop well for us, and aspects to do with that. But it's going to be a lot more rewarding, and it's going to be a lot more balanced for all the other classes as well as CVs now. So it's the right change. It'll just take some time to get used to. Take out Torpedoes again. Gonna have to try and get this Massachusetts as he comes around this corner here now. Slow down, holding my backspace, my S key to slow the planes down. One thing to be aware when you're driving your planes is when you turn back, you want to make sure that you're not necessarily turning into more anti-air. That's a very kind of important tip. You don't want to, you know, swing your planes around and then drive and swing straight into a Worcester, for example. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the overview. Quickly put my ship in reverse. Oops. You know, driving to some flat clouds, no biggie. I just about got those off. And since we returned our planes before letting them die, we do actually, you know, have that full reserve ready to go. It's 5 aside at the moment, so we've still got some room to move. Obviously, we don't have to worry about our plane reserves anymore since we have an endless supply. But we just have to be careful about how quickly we're going through them. Because if you go through your planes too quickly, you're going to be only being able to take off squads with 1 or 2 planes in them. Now, one thing that was really nice that was added in this patch, you now have the Stupa Sirens. As you can hear when I drop these dive bombers here on this Massachusetts, here in a second, you'll hear them. Here we go. Swing back around, click. Drop. The lower you get on them, the more obvious the sound is, I will say. Here we go, clicked. Oh, lost them completely. Okay, I gotta be able to get out of this position pretty quickly here now, though, unfortunately. We're gonna use the mountain as a bit of cover from anti-air, so we can fly over it and tack the Iowa here. Here we go. We have enough room between the mountain. There we go. That Massachusetts is going down. Awesome. There we go. Good hit there on the Iowa. All 3 torpedoes. Unfortunately, the Kronstadt did nuke our planes there. That's okay, because I really wanted to get back forward so I can move out of the way of the Iowa, who's now coming towards me. Let's take out our dive bombers again, because that's the one we have the most ready. Now, as you can see, since I'm losing I've been moving my planes a little bit quicker than I'd really like to here. I'm starting to get to the point where if I start losing my planes any quicker, I'm not going to be able to take off with those full squadrons. There we go. Good Citadel hit there. Swing back around. Let me get a little bit of secondary action in there. Let's see if we can finish this guy off with our dive bombers now. Oh. Nope. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to return these straight to my... actually, no. Do they fly back up since I did not complete the attack? I still have 3 more runs left on this, so I'm just going to keep proceeding with them, and we'll go attack the Alsace instead. Let's proceed. No, the Stuka sound effect, if I'm not mistaken, is new. Okay, click. Allow them to get close in. Hit the back, double pens, not too bad. spin back around again. This is still pretty even. We're 6v4 at the moment. Yes, I can count. But their team is in like a really weird position in comparison to ours, so I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one back. And I'm just going to turn that one straight back. So as you can see here, like I've gotten to a point where none of my squadrons taken off are going to be full. Since I have the most of my rockets, I'm gonna stick with my rockets for now, I suppose. I'm gonna bet money. The matchmaking. We identified, you know, matchmaking unfortunately is going to be a little bit skewed for more CVs at the moment with up to 3 per battle. As the CV queue times start evening out, as you know, everyone is literally playing them at the moment. Well, almost everyone is playing them at the moment. So it's not really surprising that the queue times are inflated. So to handle that, you know, of course we did make it up to 3 carriers per a game to kind of help with that. What's happening here? Oh, that didn't go well. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that go through. We're gonna spin back around. Unfortunately, the island there made it a little bit hard to see. You're gonna give them a go, Nui Nui? That's awesome to hear. Good luck. Since we didn't have a lot of time to turn then, we just kind of went for the attack. We'll spin around again. And the good thing is, while you can click while spinning, and you still have time to adjust as they turn back around. Still got 2 more attack runs here, so we'll hold back to get the tide of turn occurring. We did manage to get the Alsace on fire. Click again. 2 seconds for them to arm, and rockets away. Back on fire again. Now we're cooking with bacon. Everyone likes bacon, right? I only have 1 rocket here, but we're close enough. I'm just going to quickly fire it. Oh, didn't quite make it. Now, torpedoes. Still not full squadron. Since I'm starting to... I'm not quite throwing my planes away, but I am going through them quicker. You'll start seeing that, you know, I'm going to start taking off these half squadrons simply because I haven't had the time to replenish them between attack runs. And that's why you're going to run into problems as a CV player, particularly if you play more aggressively when you're playing inside anti-air bubbles, for example. It's going to be a little bit harder to manage your plane reserves. Yes, you've got unlimited, but you have to be smart with them so that you're not just throwing them away into the abyss, essentially. But as you can see, I've played a few games now, and I'm starting to get my hang back of it again. Fortunately, didn't have time to allow that to get narrower. Let's wing back around again, however. Go 2 hits there, that's good. Now the Alsace is going to be stuck on flood too, I believe, because he was on fire before. Yeah, so this is going to be a little superfluous, but I like superfluous things sometimes. Okay, and we'll go back to the rockets. There we go. Got him down. So we have also tweaked the CV economy so that it is not so, you don't have to do crazy amounts to still receive decent XP for your achievements. Because previously you had to do quite a bit in a CV before you'd really get rewarded for it. That has now changed. CV XP earning is more online with how battleships will earn XP. Okay. Kronstadt and the Missouri. Getting ready. He was about there. Again, we want to try and come in from either the front or the rear with these rockets. It's given the shape of their drop pattern. Unfortunately, we didn't really have a choice with that particular one we came in through. We go, more rockets for him. You get a rocket! You get a rocket! Getting those sweet, sweet base defenses. 1 more rocket attack here. There we go. We got a much better angle this time. Lovely. Last rocket. Or we could take this one back. I think we'll just take it back. Now we've finally got a full load of torpedoes again, and we'll probably have a full load of bombers pretty soon by the time we finish with this too, which is definitely nice. What I am going to do is I'm going to keep moving my carrier forward so I can be a little bit more useful for my team, since I'm not really doing anything where I am right now. Can you take the Haku with space camo next round? I haven't seen it yet in the rework. Would you guys like the Haku? Okay, we can do the Haku next. Not really talking about the queue times. I'm talking about William getting rid of the odd tier to Titan matchmaking. We didn't get rid of odd tiers to Titan matchmaking though. Odd tiers were gotten rid of because they didn't have that much noticeable distinction between the other two tiers that they were, and it was just didn't make sense to keep them if you're gonna have a carry that plays like both of the others, if that makes sense. But it wasn't to do with matchmaking. We didn't remove them because of matchmaking. Okay. One thing that you also may want to consider when you're attacking with these torpedoes is the way in which the CV is likely to, the way in which your enemy is likely to respond to your prior drop. So for example, that Colorado I knew was pretty much going to turn in a certain direction when I dropped my previous drop. So that's why I tried to go for a different pattern the next time. I guess we're up to rockets again. We've got a full set of rockets again. So these planes coming back will add back to my hangars, my planes on deck too, which is nice. Unfortunately, I did just miss the Colorado completely. Queue times and his... No. The article online states exactly why we removed them. It's on this one. If you take a look there, it's towards the bottom. It will say, why did we, so what about odd tier CVs? It's because they're not distinct enough from the other tiers. It's got nothing to do with matchmaking. Can we kill steal the Colorado? Yes, we can. Midway is definitely meta ship with its heavier rockets. You say that, but the Hakaru has the ability. Mr. Cora's, my name is just based off the word feminine. My brother made it up when I was 12. That's all it is. But the Hakaru actually has the ability to stealth torp. When can we expect the premium CVs to be back in store? Premium CVs are going to be back in store at the very earliest of 8.2. Why didn't we keep the independence on 6? So honestly, like, considering I was bottom tier, I'm pretty happy with that game coming in as a tier 8. You know, we came second, we helped, we took down some stuff, we did some secondary hits, which is always a bit trolly. Okay, guys, a few people have asked for the Hakaru. We're going to take a quick look at the Hakaru stealth torps, and then we'll play some anti-airships. But before we do that, guys, the other piece of content that came with 8.0, 8.0 is very, very, very much heavily skewed towards CVs, as this is the big patch. But Lunar New Year's, you have 3 bundles. You have to buy them one after the other, containing the Lunar New Year crates, permanent camo, and if you get unlucky, you can also get the Erin straight out. But you have a chance of actually getting the Erin in these crates. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the first set, and let's see if we can get lucky and get the Erin. The other thing is, you may also come across one of the other Pan-Asian boats, Pan-Asian ships within these containers as well, such as the Anshan, the Loyang, and the other one whose name I've forgotten, as well as some special permanent camos. So we're going to open them up and see if we get lucky. If you already get a ship that you already have, you also get the doubloon value of that back too. So, hey, sweet, premium time, 8 days of it. That's awesome. I like premium. Hey, more premium time. Are there going to be kamikaze planes? No, there's not. We're never going to be implementing kamikaze planes. That's no. That's just no. Free XP. Everyone likes free XP. Higher than not getting it? I don't know. More premium time. That's we've gotten 24 days of premium time so far. I'm happy with that. More camo. Ooh, some of the new camos. Nice. Not getting lucky with anything else at the moment, though. No ships so far, just camo. It's okay. That's okay. I did get the premium time, which I like. Hey, even more premium time. Up to 32 days of premium time. Can't complain about that. Some more mosaic camo. Oh, hey, that's right. Thank you. I forgot about that. Can I show you what the new camo looks like? Yeah. I have a picture of it. The new camo looks like... it is... this. Pretty cool, right? Anyway. Go back to here. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get it. I have enough doubloons. I'm going to buy the next set and hopefully maybe get lucky with our second set. I like throwing doubloons at stuff. Okay. Let's open a few more of these. And with this one, you do get the permanent camo for the Erin. Oh, looks like my, oh, there we go. A little bug there. More camo. I do like my camo. Free XP. Definitely good for skipping some low-tier boats if I don't feel like playing them. Ooh! I got the Anshan Lunar New Year camo. Ooh, we'll have to go take a look at how that one looks. Nice. That's awesome. I wasn't expecting to get that. Got some doubloons. Doubloons are always good. More premium time? More camo. And more camo. Last one for now. And even more premium time, yay! Okay, so let's take a quick look at that Anshan camo. Where's my Anshan? Pan Asia, there he is. Let's take a peek at it. Come on. Come on. Maybe? Here we go. Exterior. Oh, wrong button, wrong button. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that is such a cool camo. What do you guys think of it? Oh, that's such a pretty camo. That might actually rank as one of my favorite camos. Oh, that's a pretty camo. Sorry, guys, I'm like drooling over the camo. Okay. Let's go and play the Hakaru real quick before we jump into some anti-air boats. Someone requested the space camo on it, so I'll throw that on it too. And let's get into battle. Is she playing on the test server? No, we're playing on North America. Austin, just remember, any game exploits used by any players, you know, you will be punished for doing that. Arian permanent camo? Yes. Someone did just quickly mention the legendary modules. So guys, if you have earned a legendary module for either the Midway or the Hakaru, at the moment they are currently in a frozen state. What that means is if you have them, they will remain on your account, but they will not be equipable. So it will give us a chance to have a look how these ships balance out, and then work out how we want the new legendary modules to act. So when we do reintroduce them, you will receive them again then. But for the time being, otherwise they are going to be in a frozen state. Is this on Twitch? Yes, we're on Twitch, Steam, and YouTube, because you know we like being everywhere. What happens to all the reports in game? They get assessed. Okay. Again, we're gonna start with rockets because rockets are... Oh, dude! It looks like little pizza cutters! Ah, that's great! I might like the space camo like a little bit more now. Guys, currently I have no further details for you guys on the Alaska. She'll come when she's ready. Okay, I'm gonna drop off a fighter there. That's a beer opener? Okay, I guess to me that's a pizza cutter, and for you guys it's a beer opener. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, you know. Okay, So these guys can actually move really, really fast when you use the speed boost, but the speed boost does not last long on them. Okay, black there. Charles Martel. I think we go for that first. Let's try and knock some anti-air off the, you know, the cruiser with the higher anti-air. Okay, we click as we go past. Allow it a chance to close in. There we go. Did a little bit there. We want to turn away. Again, we want to try and avoid turning into enemy ships because that's just going to pretty much rip your planes to shreds. So we turn away and we come back in for another run. Click again when we think we're ready. And we drop again. Got him on fire, and we're gonna, again, we don't want to swing north there because that would be swinging into the enemy. We swing south, turn our planes around, and click again. I'm just trying to bully this Charles Martel. Good thing we got him back on fire then, and actually I'm going to return them at that point. We got him back on fire, and that's awesome because he'd already repaired the first one. Okay, now we have the pizza cutter with stabilizers. This is amazing. I'm a big fan of the space camos now. I wasn't really that keen on them before, but I think this is great. Okay, so we have pretty strong presence on our team over on this side with not much of their team. So I'm going to actually move my carrier this way. Again, you want to try not to leave your carrier too stationary, as what's going to happen is essentially you're going to end up kind of getting caught off guard. It's always better to, you know, run away from a running start than a you know, standing start. Okay, so these are dive bombers. We want to try and come in from either the front or the behind. As that's going to do the most damage. What I am going to do is I'm going to hit my speed boost, my engine replenishment. Oh, I guess we're going to go for the curve first. Changed my mind. Oh, did not have a good attack then. Okay, we'll try that again. Okay. Spin around. Slow down to turn tight. It's like when you go around a corner in a car, you know, you slow down once you get past a certain point, you speed up again, and, you know, turning into the corner. I am going to drop off a plane here because one of his little planes is engaging mine, making it a little bit difficult. Oh. Wasn't to be then. Okay, so we did lose, unfortunately, a lot of those. It's okay. We'll keep proceeding forward. Does autopilot now work with different speeds in reverse? It works in reverse. Yes, I don't know about different speeds. You can set your speed once if you take your planes back to your CV. You can then adjust your speed. Okay. So, let's talk about stealth torping because this is the first time we're running with our torpedoes. As you can see on my plane on the minimap, you have the dotted line, which is your detection range, and then you have the white line, which is your range of torpedoes. So what you can actually do is you can kind of stage yourself. Oh, I didn't do a good job of that time. We're gonna, hold up. I'm gonna go back in. It's the, oh, the black's over here now. Okay, that explains why I was having issues doing it then. But what you can do is you can essentially use the positioning between when you're detected and the drop of your planes to essentially drop all your torpedoes undetected. We're going to drop that one there. We'll drop that one there. Okay, and so that's 2 runs. These particular torpedoes I'm using, it is 3 runs of 4 torpedoes. So the second set is now coming in. I think I kind of stuffed up the aim on them. We'll show you, I'll take out the torpedoes again a little, well, once they replenish, so we can better describe the stealth torping, because I didn't do a great job of it that time. Okay, let's take out rockets again. We did a lot better work with our rockets than what we have everything else at the moment. Okay, so if you decide you need to go in reverse, you can set your waypoint behind you, and your carrier will actually proceed in reverse. Okay, so let's go back and try and bully that Charles Martel again. Because that worked pretty well for us the first time. Actually, I changed my mind curve first. Trying to alternate my speed enough to get around the flak. And we put a fire on his back. Trying to, once again, turning away from anti-air. As we try and rotate our planes around, you don't want to turn into more anti-air as you're trying to turn around, because, no, that's not smart. I'm going to drop off a plane since I do have fighters engaging me. A few more pens there. Swing around. And we're just going to take those straight back. Okay, let's try the stealth torping again now that I've got this. Could you go ahead and roll back? It's going to take time, guys. Like, change is scary. I understand that. You know, we all do. It's going to take a little bit of time for things to kind of settle down and for, you know, the skills to be regained. And of course, guys, we are still very aware and, you know, open to the fact that, you know, there are going to probably be more tweaks in terms of anti-air as well as planes as well. We just ask you guys to provide us your feedback so that we can, you know, submit that to the development team. And hopefully, you know, make the changes that are right for the game and for everyone as a whole, you know? Fortunately, our team is not doing great this game. Before anyone says anything, yes, I'm aware we've got a DD in our cap. I will deal with him momentarily. And like, as you saw there, the white line, my torpedoes aren't actually going to arm in time. Oh, you guys hear the little pew-pew rockets? That's great. Okay, so I'm going to take the rockets over towards our cap and try and determine where the lightning is and see if we can get a reset on him. Modules at the 3rd slot, AA gun mode from the previous patch was moved to the 6th slot? Yes. I have seen that. Okay, I'm going for the reset here. Awesome, got the big reset. Just kind of guessing where he is based off where his shells are coming from within that smoke cloud. Tempted to get those sweet, sweet resets. That there-ish, I think, maybe. There we go, got him again. I'm gonna have to... Oof, not good. I'm gonna have to keep trying to go with the rockets on the DD, because that's gonna be the easiest thing to keep resetting him with. Everything else is going to be kind of hard because hitting a destroyer with torpedoes at this sort of is just not easy to do. So what we're going to try and do is just keep the resets happening. He was right there. There we go. That's good. Get him back on fire. Try and turn away from the anti-air. Didn't quite make it. Okay, we'll have to try and go torpedoes here. Just because, you know, if we're going to try and hit anything. With the amount of cruisers that are now pushing that cap too, it's going to be very hard to try and get attacks in. We're going to have to try and use our stealth torping a bit better here now. So, let's give that another go. Unfortunately, guys, I am a little unable to write and chat. Oh, sorry, respond and keep reading chat. But we do have moderators, Mr. Radar X, and a senior community manager, and Cami Samurai are in chat here to help out with you guys. I kind of long drop those. Since we are going up against a lot of heavy anti-air boats, what I'm going to do is pop our hill module for these planes. Because that will help heal them up as we go. It does seem like we got 2 torpedoes there on that minnow, which is awesome. I'm just gonna drop those, take them back. I'm gonna take out my rockets again. These rockets seem to be the easiest one. Oh, yeah, we're off? Okay, we're off. Rockets seem pretty easy to actually hit up enemy ships with, for the most part. Oh man, those torpedoes were miles off. Oh no, we lost 2 points. Man, that sucks. Okay. Oh, I might have just crashed my game. Ah! This Ralph was my space mode camo. Sorry about that, guys. That was me. I hit something on the other screen. You don't see me on Fed? Radsy, if you look at twitch.tv/World of Warships, I'm streaming on the main channel. Where are my glasses? I left them at home today. So I am kind of struggling a little bit. I don't have my glasses on. So, yeah. Humor me. Can I already buy premium CVs by individual contracts through premium support? No, Rimbaba. The premium CVs will make their return after patch 8.2, so you got a little bit of time then. Fem broke the game? No, Fem just hit something on the other screen. No, Gremlus, I had something on my other screen that prompted it to close. So that was Fem's fault, CV's fault. Okay, guys, so we played a little bit on CVs. If you guys didn't see before... Ooh, wrong button. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna actually buy the Irian as well. I was unfortunate I didn't get her in the containers, but I've done the other 2. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that. That is the brand new premium Pan-Asian cruiser. It's like a Kutuzov, except for it's got deep water torpedoes. We'll open the last 3 Lunar New Year containers. Here we go. Let me get something else good. Maybe another camo. But we also get a special commander too, which is cool. Tar Heels fan? That's the thing. We're not delaying it. We never announced when we were releasing her. So we can't really be delaying it if we never announced when she was originally being released. Okay, let's start talking a little bit about anti-air. So you've seen the ships play. Let's get into something that actually has anti-air and kind of talk a little bit more about that. Where's my purple hair? It's tied up today. That's all. When is 8.2 going to release? March. Remember, guys, we have a patch every month. Hey, Fem, how are you doing? And yes, I think. Wow, what is sleeping? Hey, Chris Cross, good to see you again. You tease her as soon for months? Yeah, but we never said we were releasing her exactly. Game Dweller, I'm not sure about that, but what I would suggest is next time it happens, or if you've got a replay of it, submit it into the support section. You can do that via the forums, and that will help. Why is the text on my shirt backwards? It is? Oh yeah, I guess it is. This, I felt, was the most appropriate shirt I had to wear today, which was keep calm and carry on. But do you have any idea how until the update comes to Blitz? No, Skydog. Again, we don't work on Blitz. Okay, so what's up with AA? Well, as I mentioned before, some of the captain skills have changed. If you guys want to see a detailed explanation of them, please don't ask me to explain it one by one. But I have just dropped the link in chat. All the details are there. Now, the other cool thing about anti-air is that you can Wow, Phil. If you're tactical, you can allow your anti-air to be more effective. And you can do that by controlling which sector is going to be reinforced. To bring up this, all you have to do is hold the button next to your 1 key on the left-hand side. You guys know the squiggle. And that will bring up this. Now, when you click one of these, it will take up to 10, well, it takes 10 seconds for it to reinforce that side. And what that does is it gives it a, I believe, 25% buff on this side and reduces the anti-air on this side. So for example, as you can see, you know, I'm not necessarily going to be attacked from this side. It's gonna, if the CV wants to attack me on this side, they're gonna have to bring their planes all the way around. So if I reinforce this side, the most, you know, active side towards me, it gives that anti-air a bit of a boost. And you can visually see which side is boosted on your on your compass down here by that green circle. So we've got planes coming in, and I have an extra 25% boost on this side, which is nice. So we'll be able to get some of those down. Look at all that anti-air go off. Since he's now on the other side of me, unfortunately, I don't have. If I wanted to switch it back, I could click to the other side, reinforce that sector, but it's going to take another 10 seconds for it to realign and get back onto the other side. So you got to be a little bit mindful of, you know, which side do I have reinforced? Which side am I likely to be attacked from? And other factors such as that when you're making the decision to reinforce your sectors of your anti-air. So since the planes have now gone, and again, it's more likely that the CVs are going to attack me from this side, I bring my anti-air back to the center. You can also just completely re-standardize it by clicking on the one that's 125% again. See? So now it's 100 again, and neither side is reinforced. But since I know that it's likely that I'm going to be attacked from this side, if I'm going to be attacked by any side, I'm going to set it back to that side. You hope it's reconfigurable to another key. I want to say it probably is, but I haven't looked because it's not been something on my mind to check. Oh, he's almost within range. So close, but yet so far. Okay, since I'm about to turn about face, I'm going to actually swap my anti-air back to the other side. Because I did see these torpedo planes coming back in here now. Yes, I know I do have defensive fire. Being a Flint, I do have the unlimited reloads of it, which I think I'm going to hit right now. So what does hitting defensive fire do? Well, ooh. Oh, like a glove. You'll see additional flat clouds in the air, and also the flat clouds are going to have a more red center. This indicates more damage. Okay, we're going to repair. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to slow down completely and stop. And then I'm going to use my smoke cloud to start working on this York a little bit. Since this is a Flint, I always forget that I have pretty high arcing shells. So you do need to lead quite far ahead with the Flint. And we're just going to ducka him. So what else came with this update? Of course, CV's being the main one. We also have Lunar New Year. And last but definitely not least, ranked Season 11. It is going to be a full season, not a sprint season. That will begin on Friday, so you have 2 days from now. Tier 9, 6v6 format, 18 ranks to get through, and it's going to be a whole lot of salt. Are you guys excited for it? What ships are you thinking for Tier 9? I'm actually leaning towards playing an American destroyer because I've gotten better in destroyers recently, and I feel like I could be useful in that. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Okay. I'm going to use the time now that I'm not Dissector to start moving out of this position, just because they are heavy pushed on this side. There's 6 of their ships over here. Then again, I can attack the Omaha. Got a bit of time. Actually, I'm going to stay here for the time being. This time. You always want to make sure that you're checking your anti-air sector if you have got it set, to make sure you've got it on the optimal angle that you're likely to be attacked from. Because it's very unlikely the CV is going to try and attack me from, you know, behind me or my team's side of the map. So that's why I've got it set very much on the other side. And again, if you don't know how to set your segment, what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the button next to the 1 key on the left hand side with the squiggly line. There we go. I think that's going to be him down. Very nice. Cool. Okay, my smoke is about up, so I want to start moving out of it and get my speed back up so I can start maneuvering a bit better. And we can start trying to get this Texas on fire. Oh, wow, apparently my aim was really off then. Oh, I'm being chased by the Nicholas. We're gonna actually swap to him. And apparently miss him. So I can go a little bit broad to the destroyer, but I want to try and stay as narrow as possible to the other Atlanta, and particularly to the Texas, because last thing we really want to do is get dev struck or anything. Oops, I didn't mean to hit defensive fire there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my anti-air and turn it back on again, just to reset my defensive fire, since I'm not necessarily going to be attacked right this second. I say as planes come in on me. Wow, I've never had so much trouble killing a destroyer, yo. Because my lead isn't right, because I don't play the Flint or the Atlanta that much. Again, I'm using the bonus that I'm getting from my, having the correct sector picked on my anti-air to do some quite substantial damage to that Ryujo's planes. And down they go. Okay, I'm gonna repair. Okay. Well, at least they got the DD out. We finally got there, man. Don't call the one key an exclamation mark, so it's, yeah, it's the one with the squiggly line on it. We had a big debate in the office today what that button is, and unfortunately it resulted to the button left of the one key. So again, checking. The good thing is, as you move your ship around, the circle will actually determine. So it's actually very easy to, it's very kind of intuitive as to which button you need to set it to. So proceeding forward. Will the Yubari get her old AA ship job with the rework? One thing that's very important to remember, guys, we're very aware that a lot of the balancing is going to need to be done based off live server, just purely because, you know, there's only so much data you can get off a bot-heavy environment that was the PTS during the last few tests. Unfortunately, you know, that's just kind of the way it is. So we are definitely going to be making adjustments and tweaks to ships as they move forward. The best thing and what you can do to help us with that is play the ships, you know, so that way we have more data we can collect and get through the system. That is like the best and biggest help you can do in terms of helping us get these ships balanced. Write your feedback on the forums if you have feedback. That is definitely going to be super helpful if you can. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slow and smoke. But yeah, guys, we've already acknowledged in several dev blog posts about the CV rework that additional balancing may occur and probably will occur based on, you know, results from the live server. So any help you can do by just playing the games and providing your feedback on the forum is well appreciated. Great. Wonderful. I mean, the good thing is I can shoot over this island. That works. Are divisions possible for tier 9 ranked? No, Fractured Design. This is not a sprint season, which means it will be limited back down to, it will be limited down to one person. Okay, a lot of you guys have been asking for a destroyer. Let's play one. I want to play that one. Do I have like my Fletcher or something? Okay, let's go super high tier. Let's take out the gearing. Ready for World of Alaska? Yeah, once it gets released, right? Tadell, thank you, Sovereign Dog. Yes, I couldn't remember it. I got told by the office several times this morning, but I forgot it. Anyway. Use free look while shooting. Okay. Will my premium time be reimbursed playing a live test server game? No, because you're still earning credits. You're still earning XP, you know. You still get it, yo. Fem, what's up, Roadster? Can I see the prices? Prices of what? I just want to know how access is given out. Lewis, not 100% sure. Radar X, how is World of Warships Legends beta being handled? Because I don't quite know. Pronounced Tilda? Yeah. British CVs are currently only in the dev blog. They have not been released. Unfortunately, guys, as per usual, I can't tell you when ships are being released, either tech tree lines or premium ships or reward ships. Unfortunately, I'm not able to provide you guys that information. Okay, my first battleship game. My first destroyer game in new patch. Is the update is done by the game client? Correct. Oh, you would like to see the camo? Yeah, we can look at the camo. So this is the Gearing Space Camo. Again, I don't really know why I have it equipped because I typically don't like them. But there it is. Anyway. Yeah, if you're interested in WoW's Legend, check on the website. That's going to give you the up-to-date information. Do I have any information about the Azura Lane event? No, I do not. Insider information. Royal Navy CVs will be released in 2019. Potentially. How to get space camos? You'll have to wait till the next space event, or if we release them in the Arsenal or in the premium store. They're currently not available. Okay, let's turn our anti-air off. And we're the only destroyer in this game too, so this could be interesting. We gotta remember that one thing we did find out playing is that midways and rockets, which is what those planes are, really enjoy hitting destroyers. And it hurt pretty bad too. Since I'm detected anyway, I'm going to turn my anti-air a little bit. Get the little pew-pew noises. Here we go, doing some damage to them. Okay, now I'm undetected. I'm going to turn it off again. We're going to aim towards the cap. He's coming back towards me. The good thing is the CV has dropped a rocket, has dropped a... Oh my god, I love that sound. Anyway. Sorry, easily distracted, man. Okay, we're turning the anti-air off, and now we're using, as you can see on the minimap, we've got this circle in here. We're going to use that for a little bit of anti-air defense as we cap this off. Okay, so the whoosh, pushing that. We do have to be mindful since there is a lot of radar about on the enemy team. In the way of the the Worcester. What else do they have? They have two Missouris, double Des Moines, Worcester, Salem, Missouris. A lot of radar pretty much everywhere. And I'm gonna hightail it out of here real quick. I'm getting rocketed too. Won't somebody please think of the Femennenly? Okay, I'm just gonna stop here. Because I am getting absolutely nukerinoed. Oh, and now I'm radar too. Okay, Serpentine! Wait, are we done being radared? Please? Maybe? A little bit? Okay. Okay. I mean, it's kind of to be expected in the current iteration with the amount of just pure high AA there is. And a lot of players are playing American cruisers at the moment, which are kind of known for high AA and for those radars. Okay. It's okay, we're gonna cap this out, finally. Only took a few moments. Okay, there we go. Engine is back completely. Get in here to avoid those fighters. I just wanted to shoot once. It's turning around to aim at me again now. The CV, that is. We're gonna speed up and turn in. Okay, this is fun. Man, it is definitely a bad day to play a destroyer. And done from the other side. Unfortunately, I think this is probably going to be me dead. It's going well. I finally know what it's like to play a DD against a CV, man. And now I'm going to beach too, and that will be the death of me. Wow, what a place to beach. Can't move backwards, can't move forwards. Hey. Lucky dodge. All skill, no luck. Are you bad? I'm not good at playing destroyers. I've never claimed to be good at playing destroyers. Sorry, fam, but it has to be done. I mean... it doesn't. Yes, so the new Russian battleships, if you guys have not seen the depth log information for those, I'll drop those in chat. The new Russian battleships will have radar, but the radar will only be for battleships and for CVs. It will not impact. It will not impact on destroyers or cruisers. The reason I popped my smoke there is because I saw this, and that made me nervous. I got hit twice by a widespread. I was stuck against an island. It happens, man. Okay. That's all it was. DD is not my strong suit. Not to 10. I'm happy to admit this is not my strong suit right now. I wish they would get the Iowa radar. The Iowa doesn't need radar. Okay, let's proceed. Actually, I think I'm just gonna stay within these guys. I'm gonna stay close. I'll stay with the Des Moines and the Cleveland who have anti-air. I feel like that's tactically, that's a pretty sound move. So guys, there was one massive quality of life upgrade that did come to World of Warships. Does anyone know what it is? It's one that CV players have been asking for forever and a day. Any ideas? Play CVs? Yes, we'll play some more CVs after this. Auto Consumables? Plain owner names? Nope. Auto Consumables? Nope. CV reverse? Nope. None of those. God mode? Circles on the planes? Nope, nope. Gosh darn it. Oh man. Pretty sure I just topped out Cleveland. None of those. So, a change that has come to CVs that CV players have been asking for. Guess who can now mount 8 signal flags as well? That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We have added the ability for CVs to mount 8 signal flags. Like I said, a small quality of life improvement. It's okay, like, I didn't kill him. Okay, we're gonna... Is this patch out? This patch is out on the EU. Sorry, on the NA and Russian server. It will be implemented and it will be released on the on the EU and Asia server over tonight. Oh, hey Fem, that ship's dead. Right. Aw, okay, that was kind of expected. Why not implement the ability to save presets of flags and dismount and mount them quickly? Or we haven't gotten that far yet, yo. We're getting there, man. It is now out in the Asian server. Thank you, Chris. I haven't been keeping track of the other servers today. AT? Not quite sure what you mean by that. Okay, let's go back to what everyone's excited about for tonight, for today. Let's try again another, let's do low tier. So we can talk, if you're just joining the stream, so we can real quick talk about how we play low tier CVs. It looks so fun. I'm not good at DDs, guys. I'm very aware of that fact. I apologize. I like your hair, Ty. Thank you. Hakaru's secondary build, let's go. Why so many CVs in queue? I have no idea. Could it be we just did the biggest change to CVs we've done in 3.5 years? And everyone wants to play them? You and CIS at the same server? Russian and Asian servers are different. CV rework is out. Yes, it is currently live on the NA, Russian, and Asia server. EU server is still patching. Okay, we'll play one more game. The CVs can now bully BBs and properly punish them. This rework should have been done when your damage control party was done. Multiple CVs are now allowed. It is preferred it's up to 2 CVs per a game. However, it does have the ability to stretch up to 3 if matchmaking takes too long. What server am I on? I'm on the North American server. Waiting for a game, waiting for a game. 3 for a team now. Joel, that's only if matchmaking takes too long. It will extend out up to 3 per team. But it is preferred that we stay, that matchmaking tries to do just 2 per team. But since there is such a huge amount of aircraft carriers in queue, it can take longer than that. Guys, if you don't know what's happening in patch 8.0, patch notes can be found there, guys. Make sure you click that button and go check them out if you haven't already. Actually, I just realized we're actually right at the end of our stream. Guys, if you want to see me play one more DD game, you can always check me out on my personal Twitch channel. I do my own streams there 4 days a week. My link is in chat. Oh, might help if I actually spell it correctly. If you would like to follow me and see more content there. Okay, here we go. Last CV game for the night. Will there be a Lunar New Year event on Monday? The Lunar New Year event's already in-game at the moment, visual treats. American carriers? Nice. Okay, here we go. Last game for the day. We're going to talk you through the beginner's guide to how to play the new Reworks CVs featuring the Tier 4 Hosho from the Japanese line. So, starting off to begin with, we have some very basic controls. First, we're going to look at quickly moving your carrier. If you're in this view, which is your carrier view mode, you can move your carrier by using the WASD keys as you would any other ship. However, this ship is all about planes. We have 3 different types of armaments. We have rockets that can light ships on fire and damage modules. We have torpedoes that are good for setting floods and doing big amounts of damage. And in the Japanese line, we also have AP bombers, which are good for penetrating through the armor of ships. So, how do we take them off? Well, firstly, pick up which one we're going to launch. Let's start with the rockets. We double-click the number that is under the armament to take them off. We're immediately put in this first-person view of the plane. How do we control the plane? Well, you use the WASD keys. You can go left, you can go right, you can speed up and use your engine, or you can even slow down if you need to perform a tight corner. Hey, what's that white circle? This white circle indicates where your armament is going to drop when you begin attacking. So, let us go find a ship to attack. Oh, my planes aren't going very fast. That's because I've used up all of my engine boost. What I can do is I can hit my R key, which will use my engine cooling and allow me to boost up again. Let's do that. Okay, let's find a ship to attack. Here we go, a Charleston. Let's get ready and line up on him. To attack the Charleston, what we're going to do is we're going to first look for that gray shadow to overlay on top of him. And then we're going to click our left mouse button. Here we go, we're getting in closer, closer, and I think about there. Once we click that button, it's going to turn yellow and then green. We can then click when it's green to make the attack. Each attack squadron can do multiple runs, and you can turn around and go back. I've clicked again, and we're going to make another run on the Charleston, just like that. Once you've used all of the runs, you can return to the carrier using F, and select the next squadron to take off. Let's grab torpedoes this time. Torpedoes at the low tiers have 3 runs of 1 torpedo. Again, torpedoes are good for flooding, but they do take some time in the water to activate, so you're going to have to be very careful and learn how to aim these. It will take a bit of time, but it can be very rewarding, and it can cause a lot of damage to the enemy team. So let's speed boost up and get over back to that Charleston and see if we can do some more damage on him. I'm going to hit my engine boost on the plane again, so I can get a little bit more speed out of them and stay at top speed for a while. You should notice that you only have 2 of these per the entire game. They do not reload. Okay, so we're getting in closer. As you can see, we've got our bracket. So we're going to click to begin the attack run. The planes are going to swoop in, and the reticle is going to get smaller. When I'm ready, what I can do is click the button and the torpedo will drop. You do have to be mindful of the bar on the right hand side, as if it goes all the way down to 0 and you haven't attacked, the torpedoes will go back up in the air. Sweet, we hit one. Let's swing around and let's actually attack the Langley. One thing you have to be careful about attacking certain ships is that they may have planes that can attack you. This is indicated by the fighter symbol, and this will cause your planes to lose significant health. Oh no, only got 2 attacks off then. Let's head back to the CV and grab our 3rd armament. This is going to be our dive bombers. For the Japanese line, you're going to have your AP dive bombers. For the American line, you're going to have your HE or high explosive. Let's find a new target to attack. I'm thinking this Karlsruhe. What do you guys think? Again, we're going to speed up, watching it when this goes down. One thing that's really important is to keep an eye on this right-hand bar when you begin your attacks, as if you take too long to confirm your attack, the planes simply won't attack and fly back into the air. Let me show you what I mean. It's counting down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Since I haven't attacked, they just go straight back into the air as if I had not used them. So, let's drop on the Karlsruhe now. We line up and drop. As you can see, this is a more oval pattern, so it would have worked better had I come in either in front or behind the ship. That's something to consider when you're making attacks on other ships. We definitely got a small hit on that Karlsruhe for 2 overpens. Let's swing back around and see if we can do a little more damage to him. We click again when we think it's going to be where he's going to end up. We'll position. Oh, and he got taken down. That's okay. This is where we can use that timer to let the planes fly back up so we can attack something else instead and not waste the armament. How about we head over to the Langley and see if we can drop on him again. I used my speed boost again so I can speed up the planes and get them over there quicker. It's going to take you a little bit of time to work out when is the best time to use that. As we approach this Langley, one thing you'll see is his anti-air starting to come into play. That's what causes those black smoke clouds on the screen. Those are flak clouds, and they can do a lot of damage to your planes if you fly into them. You want to try and avoid these, and to do that, you can do that by fluctuating your speed or fluctuating your direction, like serpentining. We fly in, and we drop. Unfortunately, I did lose the planes, so we head back to our carrier. That's your very basics on how to use each of the armament types and how to control your CVs. Okay, guys, sorry I had to do that so we could make a clip of it. I had to kind of go on there. Okay, let's get these out, and we'll continue to smack. Sorry, but CFO is useless right now. I also did a very bad job of aiming because I was trying to explain what I was doing as I was doing it, and I'm in a really bad position too. Because I shouldn't be reversed at the back of the map. The further you are back, the longer it's going to take your planes and whatnot to reload, which, you know, just takes time. Why didn't you prepare a song for this? Dude, I can do songs sometimes, but like sometimes I just don't have the music in me. Sometimes like I can usually make a song for almost anything, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. Low tier, not so impactful. This particular game, this particular match just hasn't been a great one for me. Earlier I was doing like 50 to 60k in my host show, but you know, it's going to take time to kind of get used to it again. There we go. My biggest issue right now is I seem to have no luck in terms of getting floods and fires on anything. And of course, you know, that's kind of important for dot stacking. There we go, incapacitate another module. Since it's mostly cruisers, we're not going to be able to do a whole lot with the AP, so I'm going to take out the torpedoes again. Is the speed boost water injection? Haven't heard it in a while. The reticle song. Yeah, we haven't done the reticle songs pretty much since since I went home in December time. Been too busy to sing the reticle song for you guys. Okay, let's proceed. St. Louis is gonna die. We're better off going for the Tenryu. The amount of times that's happened to me today is a little annoying. Okay. Only bombers on CVs now? No, you still have torpedoes, you have rockets, and you have torpedoes, rockets, and dive bombers. You still have all three armaments. Hey. Yeah, AA bombs are very particular on what you should and shouldn't fire them on. They're not going to work on everything very well. And there was a huge debate going on about rockets. Some said rockets to the side, others head on rear. Suggestions? It depends on the pattern. If it's a round pattern, I would say, you know, go side on. If it's an oblong pattern, then I would say go head to toe. It just depends on the pattern of the CV. I mean, ultimately, you want as much of that enemy ship inside that circle as possible. Yeah, there is no fighter v fighter now. Yeah, unfortunately there just really wasn't enough meat on the table for everyone on this particular game. And the fact that I missed a lot did not help my case. Well, I can already tell you that damage is going to be significantly lower on this, but the XP modifiers have been adjusted as such. Hey, there we go. Well, guys, that's kind of the basics of what we're looking at with the rework. We will have the EU staff, Mr. Conway and Mr. Conway, actually, will be doing a stream tomorrow as well when the update hits the EU server as well. Make sure you guys get out there. Make sure you guys test every ship that you have, or as many ships as you can. If you have feedback for us, which hopefully you guys all do, make sure you put it on your local forum in the feedback section, as that will help the developers work on tweaks and balancing issues as we proceed forward. I hope you guys have had fun with us today. My name is Femennenly. If you don't know me, I am one of the World of Warships North American server staff. I'm community coordinator over here. It's been great being here with you guys. I will see you next Monday, but make sure you guys check out tomorrow's EU stream if you are around. Anyway, captains, have fun in those CVs, keep calm and carry on, and we'll see you on the high seas real soon.